A lot of people tell me who like don't live in New York City, they're like, I don't know how you live in New York because there's so many people everywhere and there's all like you're always surrounded by people and it's crazy and you never have a moment to yourself. You don't have any privacy. And I think most people think of New York City as like Times Square for some reason. I'm like, there's so many boroughs and so many neighborhoods outside of like the craziness that are so amazing to live. My neighborhood in West Harlem, I love it so much because I'm so accessible to downtown on the subway, and I also live in this amazing place where I have the park, Riverbank Park, and I come out here at least once every day to just appreciate the water and the peacefulness of it all. And I was just out here sitting on a bench, not this bench, but inside the park more, like I'm sitting next to the street now. This is so corny, but I was sitting on a bench, closing my eyes. I was listening to birds chirping. I didn't hear any noise from cars, any noise from people, nothing. It was just complete silence for some reason. And I'm like, I live so close to such a peaceful place where it's so silent and so beautiful. And it's just nice because a lot of people assume that New York City life is just so crazy and you just never get away from it. But you have to create these moments for yourself where you do get away from it, depending on where you live, of course, because I actually was recently thinking about moving. There's certain neighborhoods, like I was looking at this place in Bushwick, I was looking at a place in Astoria, in Queens, and it's like there's other places that are not next to the water, and I don't know if I could deal with that because honestly I'll miss it here so much, just being able to walk out to the park every day, go for a walk by the water, away from it all. You're not like stuck in the center. It's just so nice and freeing. And so yeah, it's really nice. It's so important to just get out and go for a walk and be next to the water. And also another thing is that the other day I was sitting by myself in a restaurant and there was a guy sitting next to me and he was by himself as well. And we just kind of like struck up a conversation randomly, as like I do all the time everywhere I go with people. And he was telling me his story. He moved to New York, he got a really great job, he went to school here, got a job at the UN, and it was like a really good paying job. They put him up in an apartment in the Upper East Side. Everything was paid for, like everything was perfect. Not perfect, but like he had benefits, had all his, like it was stability. It was like financial stability. And he told me he would talk to his older coworkers soon after he started working there with other people who worked there like 20 to 30 years, and come to find out they weren't really that happy. Like he was asking them, oh, is this what you wanted to do? Is this your passion? Are you, do you like it here? Stuff like that. Just asking people how they feel about the job. And they're like, it's whatever, but it's just financial. It's financial stability. So they just got really comfortable for working there for so long. And he was afraid that he would end up like them too, because he wasn't like loving the job that he was doing, but it was money and it was a place and everything was all set up for him. And I think it was one of the things where he wanted to work there for a few years and then leave after that. And he was afraid that he would end up so comfortable that he would be there like the people he worked with 20 to 30 years in the same job, doing the same thing, not really fulfilled. And so soon after that, he put in his 2 weeks notice, like right away. And I was like, that's so crazy to have like such a good job and the money's good and you just give it all up. And he became a chef. And now he cooks and he's like, I'm not making as much money, but I'm so happy and I love it. And he can like go to bed at night just being happy with what he does and creatively fulfilled because he gets to cook for people and make delicious food and beautiful meals. And he loves it and he loves what he does. And it's just so inspiring because so many people have jobs like that and they're like, yeah, this is just a job I took because I can't get anything else. But it's really what he loves to do. And it's so inspiring to meet people like that. And like all the time, there's people who have stories like that who actually are doing what they love to do. And in New York City, when you just go talk to a random person, it's so inspiring to just hear either what their dreams are or what they really want to do and seeing what they do now. And I feel like everyone's either working towards something or doing what they really love to do, or at least doing it in their free time, even if it's not like the job that they do. And it's just so inspiring. That's why I love New York, because you go to a place, you talk to someone random, you get their story. And I do this all the time. Like I literally cannot tell you how many times I've just sat and talked with someone and felt so inspired. Like every single day I'll meet someone random. There's so many inspiring people. And yeah, I love New York because there's so many people of all different walks of life who do different things, who come from different backgrounds. and you talk to them and you see where they're from, how they got here, where they're going, what their dreams are and their passions are, and everyone has them. If you watched my last video that I did with Olivia and we talked about our Myers-Briggs personality, she said when she meets someone new, she'll ask them like, what are you passionate about? And that's something I'm like, I really need to start doing, instead of asking people what they do for a job, like asking them what they're passionate about, because sometimes it could be different, sometimes it could be the same. I was recently sitting in Grand Central Station, just watching like all the people cross by in the middle where the clock is, and I was like, wow, look at all these people, all different ages, all different skin colors, all different backgrounds, different religions, different everything, and we're all just in this city together, crossing each other's paths. Some people you might never see again, but if you just stop and talk to someone and you find out what their life is all about, it's just so inspiring. So yeah, every day, like every single day, I'm inspired by something. And it might sound like super corny, and this is why like I make videos so I can talk about it, because if I like tell this to someone, they're just like, oh, shut up, Melanie. So yeah, it's kind of sad, but this is my life. And yeah, wow, this video is getting long, so I should probably stop rambling now, but yeah, videos are like a way to just get these thoughts out there, because I'm always walking around and I feel like my life is just like bursting with inspiration, and like, oh, I just have so much inspiration that I just need to like express somehow, and I don't know, I just need to like talk about it. But this is gonna sound really depressing, but I feel like I need videos so I can tell this without having someone judge me or be like, oh, Melanie, you're so corny and stupid. So yeah, some people enjoy this, some people don't. So if you do, thank you for listening and like appreciating. And if you don't, then you probably clicked out of this video like 5 minutes ago. So bye anyways. Like, who in their right mind goes out on a bench by themselves and like talks to a camera about how inspired they are? Me. Anyways, yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. And yeah, there's like little animals in the background. Oh yeah, another thing, I was telling my waitress, like when I sat down to dinner, I was by myself in this restaurant, and the waitress came up to me and she saw that I was writing in a journal, and she's like, oh, do you write poetry? And I was like, no, I just write all my thoughts and my feelings and all that stuff because I just need to like get it out there. And she agreed with me, because she's the one who's like, everyone thinks she's weird, or like people think you're just weird if you start talking about all these like deep, inspirational, weird, random things. You're either like really corny or really weird, or just, it's like, what, people are like, why are you thinking about, like, why do you have to think so deep into things? Why do you have to like notice these things? And they kind of like patronize you a lot of the times, like, oh, you're so cute, like you and your little thoughts. I don't know. So yeah, she was like, my family don't really understand her. They don't really have this like level of thinking that she does, and they think like wherever they are in life, the jobs they have is just like they're stuck there and there's nothing beyond that. Like they're just not like, they don't think about the big picture and the future and possibilities and just big ideas and interesting things like that. And so we were talking, I'm like, yeah, I write in my journal so much because, and I also make these videos because it's a way to get this crazy inspiration exploding mind out there. Like, I feel like I'm just like bursting with inspiration and with all these stories that I just need to share somehow. So yeah, that's it. Just Melanie's random little inspirational thoughts of the day. Hopefully somebody enjoyed this and can relate to me and my little nerdy life. So yeah, subscribe to my channel. Every single Monday I post a video, and I don't know where this like YouTube channel is heading, like if I'm gonna do more videos like this where I just talk about stuff, or if I do more like documentary things, which I want to do, or just random videos. I kind of make these videos more for myself than I do for other people. It's like, if you enjoy them, cool, but if not, it's just my little memory log, I guess. It's like, I can just go back through my YouTube channel and relive all these old memories that I have for myself. And some people enjoy them, which is cool, but they're mainly just for me, which sounds selfish. I don't know, is that selfish? I don't know. Make things for myself. It's just, everyone needs a good outlet for like expressing themselves and sharing themselves, I guess, instead of just keeping everything bottled up inside, because you will explode if you do that and go crazy. So definitely a good outlet. So that is all, and thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week. Bye!